looked a bit of a fool if she said.
Yourself look a fool, mate, because you're naming a company that ain't got cars parked in the road. They're all round the back.
Yeah. Right. So the lady just got out of the car, right? Einstein, and she said, "I work here." She doesn't. She works here, but she doesn't work for us. Do you not feel if somebody was disabled?
I can't believe that the council will let people do this.
What's this? Yeah, I've got no problem with that parking because you're on your property. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. This is my body space, right? Do you understand? Do you understand? This is my body space. This is my body space. This is my body space. Come within my body space, I will defend myself. Right. Do you understand?
I'm 2 metres away from you. You have stepped towards me.
Right, no.
Stop acting aggressively towards me.
I'm not acting aggressively at all, sir.
Like adult.
Yes, today it's EA Audits roving reports with a serious report. Today, in this estate, there has been some people parking on the pavement, which is against the Road Traffic Act of 1984. I'm doing this interview in the style of a BBC presenter because the way that they keep stopping and starting and then waving their arms around constantly. I think Andrew Marr was one of the greatest. It's so utterly pointless, it's almost as false as their press. Back to the studio. And so it's back over to you, Simon, at Corporation House, at BBC Broadcasting House. Bong! The headlines that we just brought you 10 minutes ago. The women's cricket team today played cricket. Yes, and thank you, Simon. And there really has been some dramatic updates here on the fiscal streets of the UK. First of all, I'd like to point out that there are balls on this plant. The update is that EA Audits has made the declaration he will be going through with the policies as set out in his manifesto to fix the problem. So Simon, back to you in the studio. So thank you very much for that from EA Audits, our roving reporter. And in fact, we have an update already. We go back now to EA Audits, who is at the scene live now. By the way, they had cucumber sandwiches for the women's cricket. Oi. Well, I don't know who's parking along these roads. We've had the same sort of incidents but if somebody came past with a wheelchair or a double buggy, they wouldn't be able to park due for these cars parked along these. Who owns these cars? Who owns these cars? Who owns these cars? Who owns all these cars? Pardon? Why? I don't want somebody who's disabled not to be able to use the pathway because of selfish parking. But I've got people parking on the pavement here, and that's against the law of this country. Is it really? Pardon? Oh, sorry, you ran away halfway when you were sentenced, madam. I'd like to know whose vehicles these are out here, because I suspect that these... What is this? This is called Bruce Newman. Bruce Newman. Is that a good place to park, madam? Are you allowed to park there? Are you allowed to park there like this?
I work here.
That doesn't make a difference.
Turn it off, please.
No, I cannot.
Turn it off, please.
Get your car off the pathway. What if somebody came along with a wheelchair? What if somebody came along with a wheelchair and tried to pass? How can they get past when you've got people parking on the pathway like this? Get off the pathway. Tell me stop filming. Get off the pathway. It's illegally parked. You all are. Every single one of these vehicles along this road is illegally parked. If somebody comes along with a double buggy or a disabled person, you couldn't care less, could you? You couldn't care less if somebody's disabled, could you? Couldn't care less.
Sorry, sir, that you're so frustrated.
Right, okay, well, KR64 LWH. Yeah, 20,000 people will see that later. So well done for that illegal parking. Yeah, would you like to call the police, perhaps? We can call the police and then you can discuss it with them. Why not call the police, like you're going to anyway, and then we'll discuss it with them. And then we'll discuss the Road Traffic Act of 1984, because no doubt you're going to call the police. So why don't you...
Could I have your name, please?
No, you can't. Can I have your name and your national insurance number and date of birth, your house number and next door neighbour's cat's name, please? What do you want my name for? My name is Hugh. Do you feel better now? I've told you. Why don't you call the police, madam, and then we can discuss the Road Traffic Act of 1984 and how illegal it is for people to be parking on the pathway with the excuse, I work here. That's not an excuse, is it? I don't think that's going to be an exception under the 1984 Act to prevent people, selfish people, doing this sort of thing. Look at this, all the way along. I'll take my scooter off their property. I'll take it off their property. Look, and now she's going to take pictures of me. I welcome it, madam. Hello, mum. Hello, mum. You selfish little brats. No, none of this parking. Look, you're all looking out the office windows. But you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Look at this. Look how people who are disabled. Double buggies. So this is like this is like meat and drink. This one, isn't it? I can't get past. Look, I can't get past. Look. Oh, look. Oh. Just tripped up. I've just tripped over the curb. Look. The Road Traffic Act of 1984. Yes. This. No. Look, yes, up there. Look, yes, up there. No. The Road Traffic Act of 1984, sir. What if I was in a wheelchair? Or a double buggy? A double buggy. This is why they brought the Road Traffic Act in. This is why they brought the road traffic. He's making me laugh, that geezer. No, it's not funny. It's not funny. Don't laugh. No. Okay. So Bruce Newman, this is your last chance to redeem yourselves. What's this? I just had a woman come past me saying that it's okay to park on the pavement because she works for Bruce Newman. And I don't know that that's a condition under the Road Traffic Act of 1984. I'm going to stand here and sing a song about it. Would that be all right? Twist the blinds around a bit. I know you can hear me. It's a book. It's a book. It's called The Law of the Land. And we'll turn to 1984 Road Traffic Act law. Now, let's go and have a look. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3. £80 fine for each of them. And then you got this one. You got this one with the yeah, and then you got this one. No. It's against the law. Against the Road Traffic Act, isn't it, madam? I love the way she came out, giving it the right line, Regis. All right there. They're giving it the right line, Regis, and yet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had this in Chelmsford. In Chelmsford. Look, people on this one. Look, it's on the bend. What's this? On a slope. Well, if you're in a wheelchair. Look, this one, good. This one, good. Look, this one, good. That one, no good. That one, no good. What if I was in a wheelchair? Yeah, double buggy. Right, shall I call the police then? Shall I call the police? It's £80, £80, £80, £80. Okay? I'll call them. All right, okay? I'll call the police now then, and you'll get £80 fines each under the Road Traffic Act. I'll tell you what, give me a tenner each and I won't do it. All right? Look, this one's okay. Woo! This one's not okay. Look, and they're not contrite at all. So we will continue to protest this flouting of the law. Here he is. Here he comes. He's got a pink shirt on. I know he's not going to talk. I thought he was going to come out and talk to me. Raise my grievance. Look, Bruce Newman. Bruce Newman, may I speak with somebody, please? We would like to discuss your parking policies. Come on, stop twitching the curtains. Come and talk to me. Come on, no more twitching curtains. Come and have a chat quickly. Let me raise my issue with what's going on, please. Here he comes. Hello, sir.
Just to let you know, mate, all our cars are around the back.
Right, okay. Funny enough, I just saw a lady come out and she said, I'll work for Price Newman, so...
Well, there's 4 blokes up there and all
Right.
our cars around the back and there's our bays there.
Right, okay. I see your base.
Before you start...
Before I start?
Online, our
Yeah.
cars are all around the back.
Well, I just saw a lady exit this vehicle, walk into the building,
Yeah,
so,
we ain't
like
got
using...
that doesn't work for
She doesn't work for it.
No.
So I'll be careful, sir, because you never know. There could be thousands of people watching this later.
That's
And if
right.
she does, you're going to make yourself look a bit of a fool.
Yeah.
If
You're
she
making
said...
yourself look a fool, mate, because you're naming a company that ain't got cars parked in the road, they're all around the back.
Yeah.
Right, so the lady just got out of the car, right, Einstein, and she said, I work here. That was her justification.
Work here, but she doesn't work for us.
12 companies.
She doesn't. She works here, but she doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
So what is here then?
It's a building with about 12 businesses.
Well, I don't know, do I? Do you not feel if somebody was disabled? Right, I have a disabled parent. Now,
We
if
were
I
only saying yesterday that
Yeah.
we can't believe that the council will let people do this.
Right.
We agree.
Right.
Our cars are around the back.
absolutely, I
We
absolutely agree.
I've got a wife and family and pushchairs. We
Right,
can't get past
so
it.
have
We
I. You
agree.
see, now if somebody came past with a double buggy or in a wheelchair,
Right, and we agree.
Right.
Our cars are around the back.
right now, as you can see, the problem stems all the way down the road,
100%.
and yet, in the same sort of restricted road here, the same sort of narrowness, there is some sort of policy that's been like park on one side or not on the other, or maybe in the afternoon.
We're on board. We totally agree with you. All I'm coming down here for is you're naming and shaming the company, and our cars are parked around the back. That's all I'm letting you know.
Right, okay, well, I can only speak about the lady that came in, and she said she worked here, and that was her justification.
That's one company. That's one company.
Right, okay, so I don't want to sort of, injustice is all about.
Tonight, just make sure you remove Bruce Newman because our cars are around the back in those days.
Okay, if you can prove to me then that lady doesn't work for you, I will apologise.
We don't need to prove it.
Whenever,
We told you.
She just walked in that building. She's not in that office.
she's not in the Bruce Newman. So on the other,
section now.
yeah, right. We've got Bruce Newman this side, and then on this side we've got
There's 12 companies in this building.
it's 12 companies. I didn't know this. All I did.
Before you name and shame,
Yeah.
get the facts right.
Right, okay. I'm not naming and shaming anyone. All I'm doing is pointing out that outside the building, that is, as it's on the window, I can't see any sort of label on this window.
Well, we're just letting you know. I agree. People shouldn't be parking like that. I agree. People shouldn't be parking like that.
Yeah.
Cars can't, wheelchairs and access can't get by, but it ain't nothing to do with us. Our cars are around the back.
Right, but we're on board. We're in agreement that we're going to try and get it changed.
There's a reason why we're all there.
Right, is it all right if I have a closer look?
No, I've got to let you in. Let's go do
No, not let him in, but if I just come a bit closer. There's that lady there. She was the one who saw the other lady. And it's so. And they've walked in and gone right. So I'm not convinced at this stage that the whole business is not down to price and the proofs, Newman. But now look. Come on, madam. I tell you what. If you move one car, look, this white one, wherever she is, she has to move this car. KR64. We don't want to name and shame anyone. We're all on the same page. Eh? So, according to that fellow there, because he had those guards, there was no parking. Right, there's a nurse here. There's a nurse park. There's a nurse crossing, and she does have some car keys. So we're going to have to ask. Excuse me, madam. This is a nurse who's come out of, I presume. Well, she started the vehicle. She doesn't want to speak. Careful now, careful. If you don't bump your car on the curb. That's good. Whee! Whee! Look at that. Whee! One. That's one. That's one. Right? That's the first one. Right? Now we've got this one. Right? Yeah, and Mr. Curb here, it's almost as if the Road Traffic Act doesn't exist around here, does it? It's Christy Close. Crusty Close. No, Christy Close. Yeah, come on. Move the cars, madam. Don't be proud. Don't let your pride get in the way, madam. Just move the cars off the pathway, please. According to the Road Traffic Act 1984. I'll tell you what, I'm going to love it if she's calling the police. I will love it if you're calling the police, madam, because you'll get all of these people £80 fines if you are. It's clearly a breach of the Road Traffic Act, isn't it? Move the cars. People are disabled, cannot pass. You do not have a right, madam, to park these cars here. Get them moved. How long have we been here? 13 minutes. I can't. Look, I've given you a warning. Right. That's all you're going to get from me. I don't like the look of this one up here because he's wearing a more menial. You see, the bad habit. I mean, look, here we have the bad habits continuing. And I don't know why, because this one here, it's got a parking permit, but not for parking on the pavement. There's no permit for parking on pavements. Isn't that right, mate? That car there's got a parking permit.
It's got a parking permit.
It has. Look, and that lady down there, she has a parking permit as well. But there is no known parking permit under the Road Traffic Act of 1984 that allows anyone to park on the pathway. Do you know why? Because if somebody were to be disabled or have a double buggy or something, learning difficulties of some sort of restriction, they may need to get past. Henceforth, that's why under the Road Traffic Act they have given £80 fines for every single one of these vehicles that's parked on this pathway. That's if that lady wants to call the police, which I believe she has.
There was
So
somebody calling the police down there because I saw you at the end with the drone.
yeah, that's right, yes. Totally legally checked. So
Oh, I'm not questioning you.
yeah, so that's right. All I'm saying to you is that if this is a vehicle, I'm not going to ask you, I'm not questioning you, I'm not a police officer. It's all over. All I'm saying is, if they're going to turn up, everyone's going to get an £80 fine. You might want to do what they've done. Because I'm not even going to look at this car, but I'm going to look at that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and any of them that are parked on pathways, because they're not supposed to be. Simple as that. So if you want to move yours, you can.
I'm going to be here 10 minutes. I'm literally swapping my
No, you haven't got to justify yourself to me. I'm not a police officer or nothing. I'm just a cameraman. All I'm saying is, if that lady is going to call the police, they're going to turn up, and I'm going to raise it with them, and then everyone's going to get an £80 fine. I don't want that to be you. So just giving you that opportunity. All right, bro?
No worries.
Nice one. I like your attitude, man. That's what everyone should be like. If everyone was like you, man, I wouldn't have a job. But so here we go. Now imagine if you had a wheelchair or a double buggy or a treble buggy, and then you're trying to get through this. Look, it's totally look at the difficulty I'm having, the struggle. Look through the prickles. Look through prickles. Disabled people. Yes, right. And is that the police? Is that the police coming here now? See, they're coming for me for public filming. But so it'll be interesting, won't it? Oh no. Well, the clock's ticking. The top clock's ticking, bro. So don't get caught out. I don't want to see anyone getting a fine. I would just like them removed. So, yeah, as I say, with some of these vehicles here, it is to do with some medical centre. So here we are back in Crusty Close. Sorry, not Crusty, Christy Close. And we have given these people a good golden opportunity to rectify their behaviours. Look, I mean, some of this parking along here, no problem. I'll even say I quite like the gold rims. He did say that there was a private car park around the back, and this is authorised parking only, because I can see actually some of the spaces are indeed empty, aren't they? We've got some empty spaces in this car park that could have been better employed. Down, down come the blinds. That's correct. For data protection, yes. The hatchets are being, what's that exactly what they say, isn't it? Down the hatchets or something, don't know, on the ships. So well done for protecting the data. Look at that hand desperately trying to fight through the bars. How can you have bars in the window? Just, isn't that like being? It's such a ridiculous situation, isn't it? See, these cars here are perfectly legally parked, and I will even say, yes, I do like the rims. Not going to look at your registration plate. Why should I? These cars, no problem. Those cars, no problem. Those cars, no problem. I like the old EA. Look, no problem. And yeah, it's no problem, no problem, no problem. The only problem. The only problem we do have is, see, these businesses, I would like to excuse. Oh, look at this, look, we'll do a bit of stealth filming from a distance because we have Mr. Yellow Shirt. Look, Mr. Yellow Shirt's come out. He doesn't want to get an £80 fine. There's somebody who doesn't want to get £80 fine. Somebody who doesn't want to get an £80 fine. Because everyone's going to get £80 fines when the police turn up. Is that your vehicle, sir? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You're all going to get £80 fines when the police turn up for parking on the pavement. It's against the Road Traffic Act, 2004. 1984, whatever. Madam, can you ask that gentleman to move his car? He's obstructing a pathway, a public pathway. Ignorant old cow. Isn't it? What an ignorant old witch. Too proud, sir, madam, aren't you? You're too proud just to move your vehicles. What about people who are disabled? Don't you care at all? You don't care at all, do you? You're absolutely repulsant. Repulsant, new word. Repugnant, madam. Absolutely repugnant. Your lack of respect for people that are worse off than you is absolutely appalling. Just because of your pride? Disgusting. How disgusting. Disgusting attitude. She doesn't care a less. Somebody comes along with a double buggy. Somebody comes along who's disabled. They're expected just to work their way around this woman's ego. It's too proud just to say to the employees, can you move the cars, please, guys, and just put it into a legal place? Because there are other people in the world, and we deserve some respect as well. You ignorant. I have to control myself there. You are a sorry old person. You. What's a nasty piece of work? Too proud to admit. Oh yes, we've done something wrong. Sorry, hold my hands up. Won't do it again. Problem fixed. Nope. 23 minutes, I'm still here. You wanted to know my name just a minute ago, now you don't want to speak to me. You wanted to know my name just a minute ago, now you don't want to speak to me. Is it your pride, madam? Is it your pride? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Global Freight Logistics. And madam, as a nurse, you should know better. So they say that there's a list of companies. That this one here, goodness knows what her role is here. Standing around on the phone is her role. How embarrassing. Right, we'll wait for the police then. We'll wait for the police. You're going to get £80 fines. £80, £80, £80. All of you. What about disabled people? Look at this woman. She couldn't care less. Why can't you just move the vehicles into a legal place? Looking for anything, aren't you? Looking for anything to try and justify your ignorance. And in fact, I would like to present to the Medical Journal my new paper, which I would call Nicola Essex Girl Syndrome, whereby even when they're caught doing something wrong, they can't just hold their hands up and say, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. They just continue to ignore you,
Your egoness.
hoping that you'll disappear. Why don't you call the police, madam, and then we'll talk about it from there. 25 minutes I've had to stand here talking to this cardboard cutout of a person just because she's got no respect for anyone but herself, including disabled people or people with double buggies. I'm still here just asking her to move the vehicles, that's all. Look at her chatting away on her phone. What's this? Well, that's on... I've got no problem with that. He's on his own property. Yeah, I've got no problem with that parking because you're on your property. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. This is my body space, right? Do you understand? Do you understand? This is my body space.
Right,
if you come within my body space, I will defend myself.
Right.
Do you
I'm
understand?
2 metres away from you. You have stepped towards me. I haven't introduced
I haven't stepped
myself.
towards you.
You don't know.
I haven't
what my
taken a
business-
step. Yeah.
You don't know what my business is here.
Right, no.
Stop acting aggressively towards me.
I'm not acting
and we
aggressively
can
at all,
talk
sir.
Like adults.
Look, you can see. Yes, that's all I wanted to
Right.
do. Now, can I make my point, Ken? Ken, can I make my point quickly just
I
before?
have no time to talk to you at the moment.
Right. I think you have, because she's calling the police, and this is illegal parking, isn't it, Ken? What if there's somebody in a wheelchair, Ken, and they want to get past? That's all I'm saying, Ken. Let's sort this out like adults. So Ken has come out to accuse me of aggression. It's not aggression. It's a very small point. It's a very small point. It's a very small point. Look, it's a very, very small point. Not that. It's not funny. No, stop laughing. Nobody laugh. This is a serious channel. Serious issue. Ken, come on. You said you wanted to talk like adults. Come on, Ken. We can sort this out in 5 minutes. Ken, come on, Ken. You've got the brains to do this. Ken, you know, Ken, I'll tell you what, Ken, if you have an undertaking, if you give me an undertaking that you'll do what you can to get the cars to move off the pathway a bit, because it's against the law, they're £80 fines for each one of these, right? Because there's disabled people, Ken. You know, your parking's fine. Your parking's fine because you're on your own property, but these are on the pathway, aren't they, Ken? And that's causing an obstruction. That's a criminal offence. Okay? Now I'm just trying to help. Okay. £80 fine for each of them. Could be sorted out in 5 minutes very easily, Ken. Disappointed with you, sir. So we're going to wait for the police now to turn up, and then they can explain to me what justification any of these parking permits have for parking in such a way. Hopefully this young lady here is going to take her opportunity and move the vehicle. If you've come to move the vehicle, well done. I'll have no issue with you. I'm just asking Ken, because if there was someone in a wheelchair, they wouldn't be able to get past these vehicles. So I'm just asking Ken if he could get the guys just to move the cars over into the road, as is the Road Traffic Act 1984, because we have people with double buggies, they can't get through. We've got people who are disabled, they can't get through, they've got to go through prickly bushes. I wouldn't listen to her because her own ignorance is blinding her from just moving the cars over a bit. Like the one down there, look, the ones down there, they're parked in the road. Well, let's address this first, shall we? I'm from Essex, I'm an Essex boy, right? And look at these vehicles. This is against the Road Traffic Act. You are not allowed to park in such a manner. So the only thing to do is to move the cars over a little bit, or have a policy where the space is there. I've seen the spaces at the back. There's plenty of solutions. There's got cars in front of the slope there. You know, there's all sorts of different things. Now this lady's called the police. If the police do turn up, every single one of these is going to get an £80 fine, because this is illegal parking. What if somebody's disabled?
No, I don't think I can help you.
Right, okay. But I'm just saying, if you've got a car, this is your chance to move it off the curb. If not, then I'm sorry. There you go. If I make a mistake, I hold my hands up and I make amendments. That's all I'm asking Ken and that lady to do. She wanted my name just a minute ago. She doesn't want to speak to me now. So this is unbelievable. 30 minutes. Instead of a 5-minute solution, 30 minutes. This is ridiculous. Absolutely scandalous. It's such an easy fix. It's such an easy fix. It's such an easy fix. Look, Bruce Newman. You said you weren't Bruce Newman, and now you've look, Bruce Newman. You 1 and 1. See, just move them over a bit. Look, just move the cars over a bit, and then I'm gone. You know, Ken. Common sense. Well, okay, we'll wait for the police then. I'm not bothered. I'm not parked here. I'm not going to get the £80 fine. Half an hour. Look, 31 minutes. I haven't got all day to spend. I've got things to do, Ken. I've got things to do. I'm a very busy man. I can't stand around for ages, forever. So can you tell them to hurry up, please? Just to come and, you know, bring their ticket book. Come on. Just move them over a bit. You're so proud. Come on. I'm a very busy man. I haven't got all day. I've got a lot of things to be I've got the next unit to be getting on with. I haven't got time for this. Can you just move the vehicles up? That'll be good. I'll go. Right? Bryce Newman. Bruce.
I thought I'd better mention it first.
Bruce Newman. Come on. Oh, what's he got in there? Mallory. Is Mallory going to park on? Is that one? Is that one allowed to park on the? Is that one? If all I need is an undertaking, right, yes, sir. We understand.
Right, listen.
Yeah.
I've been out here once.
Yeah.
You've named Bruce Newman again.
Oh, I tell you.
Right.
They ain't our cars.
We just saw you upstairs.
That's me.
Yeah. But you're sitting at a window with Bruce Newman on the window.
Yeah, these ain't our cars.
Right, and come in here. Yeah.
They ain't our cars. I've told you our cars are around the back.
Right. I noticed
Bruce
that.
Newman.
I noticed there were some empty spaces out the back. Maybe there could be some sort of deal arranged, but where.
But those people have nothing to do with us.
But why not? But why not
They
sort
don't
of
work for Bruce Newman.
Yeah, but this one does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it
Right,
doesn't.
state your voice, sir. Someone just came.
Get your facts straight.
Right, not Bruce Newman in this building. I don't. It doesn't matter to
Bruce
me.
Newman isn't
It
the whole
doesn't
building.
matter to me who these people work for. What matters to me is that you know who they are,
We
because
don't know who
an
they are.
individual,
There's 12
an
businesses
individual,
in
right?
there.
But an individual in a bright yellow jumper just came out of the vehicle over here, and he remained on the pathway, and that's against the law, isn't it? To cause an obstruction, it is under UK law. Causing an obstruction under UK law in public is against the law.
Like the tale of two cities.
Parking. He knows, you see. Everyone's going to get an £80 fine if the police turned up.
Have you got a job?
Have you got like a national insurance number?
you got a job?
Have you got a national insurance
got a
number?
job?
Have you got a national insurance number? A national insurance number. Give me your national insurance number.
Can I just say, just step inside.
Can I just say? Well, she wanted my name just a minute ago. Now she doesn't want to speak to me. Why not make?
people.
I'm not harassing anyone. You're harassing disabled people.
We're not.
Yes, you are. Look, how's a wheelchair? How is a wheelchair supposed to get down this pathway? If you were just to give me an undertaking, and we're going to move the vehicles, I'd have been here for 5 minutes. I'm a very busy man. I've got other things to do.
They've been parked along here for years.
I know. And it's
20 years.
if they were just to sort of like swallow their pride. If I make a mistake, I hold my hands up.
What's the problem with it?
Well, if somebody was disabled, right, and they're trying to get down this pathway, on the other side, look, you have to go through the prickles. Now,
You had that DJ
How dare you? How dare you? No, I'm not. He's a very close and dear friend of mine, dear Day Audits. But no, I'm EA. EA. Right, thank you very much. I like you too. Now look, that's a close miss if ever I saw one, but that's what they like round here. So, you know, there are parking permits. Blue badges. There's a blue badge on this one. A blue badge. What? I beg your pardon, sir. Swearing in public is a Section 5 public order offence. Why not just make an undertaking? Okay, we've made a mistake. We'll move it over. Then I'll be happy and I'll go. They're not illegally parked. How much do you want to bet on it, sir? How much would you like to place a bet? It's not only illegally parked, it's causing an obstruction. What do you mean they're not illegally parked? Really? It's not illegally parked. So, we're not in London, sir, and it doesn't make a difference. If you're causing an obstruction in public, it's against the law. This sort of parking is against the Road Traffic Act of 1984/2004. Yes, it is, sir. Now, for example, if you were in a disabled wheelchair, then it would be... They really couldn't care less, can they? What did Bruce Newman do? They're going to be solicitors, aren't they? Lawyer. I tell you what, sir, if you move, I will respect you. I won't film your vehicle. I won't catch your registration number, and I will, you know, when I'm not worthy. Well done, sir. Well done. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Right, I salute that man. I salute that man for having the decency to move his vehicle. Simple. Then I'd be happy to leave. Well done. Well done. Well done. He's avoided an £80 fine when the police turn up. Have you called the police, madam? Because I really am terribly busy. It's 3:15. So I can't believe this has gone on now for 37 minutes. We could have sorted this out in 2 minutes flat. 2 minutes. 5 minutes. Anyway, I only came past to ask if it would be okay to fly, if it would be okay to fly a drone over the building. Would you mind? Would that be okay with you? Well, I mean, we've been blessed with some sunshine, but I'm not going to wait too much longer. I really don't have time for this. Come on, Ken. Help me to help you. Come on, Ken. What would Barbie say? 37 minutes. I really don't have time for this. I'm an international man. I'll tell you what, I'll go round the corner. Right? I'll leave, go round the corner, give you the opportunity to move, then come back. What do you reckon, dude? I'll go round the corner, right? Because you've asked me. Right, there you go. This guy asked me, so I'm going to leave, right? I'll go round the corner, let you have a little chance to move over. You won't have to swallow your pride or show any egomania. So I'll go round the corner and then come back in about half hour and we can all have it all sorted out, right? Is that a resolution? Resolution? I'll go round the corner, half an hour, come back, problem sorted, all right? Is that a good idea, madam? Isn't it? Well done for that innovative idea. So there we go. Now we will get a little list of the registration numbers that are, look, LB71 in his Jaguar, I've got a feeling it's his, KS21, illegally parked. Yeah, it's all right to come here because I don't want to get in the way of the road. Now, you know Bruce Newman over there?
I don't personally know.
Right, but you probably will know the parking policies that they're employing outside their business. Now, I've just seen, I don't know if it's Bruce Newman, all it's got out on the window, people are saying that there's loads of businesses in there. It's irrelevant to me. I'm on the pavement to push them into the brickles and stuff like that. Over there they have. Now, I've asked them to move it, and it's like I'm asking them to give me some sort of hidden treasure.
That's why we normally have cones there, so
Yeah.
they don't park where the ramp is.
Right. Now, I knew that this guy was going to respond like this. Well, I've asked him to move it. I'm going to go and get myself a coffee, right? I've been over there for 40 minutes for something that could have been sorted out in a second, just to bug a disabled unit or what, and not have to go through the prickly bushes and stuff like that. It's common sense, isn't it?
As I said, that's why we
Yep.
normally have cones there. 'Cause you
And-
see that ramp there for
Yep.
buggies or wheelchairs?
Right.
That's so they don't.
Now, around here, outside the building that is marked Bruce Newman, one of the vehicles is actually parked across the slope. Now, it's completely inconsiderate, it's completely unnecessary, and I've asked them to move it. I'm going to give them half an hour. Let's come back in half an hour and see what they do.
That's nice.
I really like you, man. Right, take care. See you in a bit. So there you go. Just bring it to mind. Because, these are the sort of people that please road is against the law, sir. What? Get a life? Okay. EF68, guys, LGZ, it has left idling on a public road, and he's now going to leave it. Are these parking restrictions here, sir? Are there any parking restrictions here? Right, that's exactly what Bruce Newman said when they blocked the pathway for disabled people. Doesn't make a difference, sir. Doesn't make a difference, sir. Go away. Why should I go away, sir? What, should I go away because you've said so? Or should I go away because they're blocking the pathway? What do you mean go away? What do you mean? Who are you to tell me to go away? This is a public space, sir. This is a public space, sir. Believe me, sir, you are my life. Hey, now doesn't that make you feel better about getting out of bed this morning? No, you can feel me. Hello, mum. Hello, mum. Smile. Smile. Hello, mum. Hello, mum. I'm a dickhead. I've got hair. Have you got hair on the end of your? Right. So how rude. So have you ever heard of public order offence? Have you ever heard of a public order offence? It's when you go around calling people names and like what did you call me? What did you call me, sir? No, just repeat what you called me again. EF68 LGZ. Yeah, you said to me get a life, and you also called me a euphemism involved around the male gender. You get out of it. Go on, move yourself. Do as you're told. Do as you're told. This is in public. Behind your gates, you can do what you like. Go on, I dare you. You can do what you like. Right, I've just got that on camera. Now that, sir, is using a deadly weapon. That is using a deadly weapon, and that is a very, very serious offence you've just committed there, sir. Good luck. Good luck. Yes, sir. Good luck. Go on, get back to work.
20 minutes later.
And so it's back over to you, Simon, at Corporation House. Simon, we have to interrupt you, and we go straight back over to our roving reporter, EA Audits. Balls on this plant. So, Simon, the update is that EA Audits, he will be going through with the policies as set out in his manifesto to return if there's been any rectifies or remedies made to fix the problem. So, Simon, back to you in the studio.
So thank you very much for that from EA Audits, our roving reporter.
And in fact, we have an update already. We go back now to EA Audits, who is at the scene live now. By the way, they had cucumber sandwiches for the women's cricket. EA, are you there? Yes, Simon, and there is actually an incident going on as we're talking, and I can tell you that we shall soon be going down to the venue yet again. Simon, I can hardly hear you, but we will be going back to the site in about 2 or 3 moments to check on the progress of moving their big fat. We sorted it. Now, the problem with it... No, he's even got a sort of a deeping, a siding. Oh, he's off. Now you imagine a child coming past, sticking their foot under that. Well, not that one. That was lifted. But the rest of them. So he's off. The skips are, bloody hell, held down by canvas straps. There one's on the move. There is one on the move. I do believe we have one on the move. But look at this. Look at that. Now, if you're a disabled person, oh, sorry, I had to come out. I had to come out into the road because the car was here. Sorry, I didn't mean to get in your way. Do apologise, you see, because of this vehicle. It looks as if it's had eggs thrown at it. Look, it's had eggs thrown at it or something already. AJ 22 MKG. Look at this one here, look. Look, parking permit. Right, let's get these parking permits. For X60 TBC, with an expiry date of 2nd of the 7th, 23. A tax discount from 2014. And this is Car Giant. I mean, it's pretty rich that they've got blue badges, some of these. Hyundai. Right, next one. Peugeot 208 with EA with the Tetsi Fly. The Tetsi Fly. So next one. Another Hyundai. RE59 new EB. They've all got quite new cars, haven't they? A Mini Cooper. And good luck Caterpillar. Good luck Ladybird. Will not save you this time. It's another Peugeot. It's 207 this time. It's a Duster. A baby on board. A baby on board. Look at that, baby on board. Now what if you had two babies, double buggy, and you want to get through here? But the iX20 here. Now these are the ones that really get on my go. St Luke's Hospice. A parking permit. It must be displayed on the windscreen. Absolutely repugnant. So another BMW. We don't really expect much more from BMW and Mercedes drivers, do we? Do we? I mean, out of all you, madam. Excuse me, madam. You're parked in front of a slope there, and if somebody was, fortunately, I'm not in a wheelchair. But if somebody were to be in a wheelchair, I'm glad you're not parked on the curb like some of these cars. Don't be sorry. Just hold your hands up. Say okay. Won't do it again. I didn't notice. No problem. I won't get your vehicle. Thank you very much. I salute you for your politeness. Thank you, madam. I shan't be taking her vehicle. Shan't be taking her vehicle name. But this one here, this is where the real disgust. This is what really disgusts me. That they can't even move their vehicles, even though they absolutely acknowledge that what they are doing is illegal, against the law, and it shall be reported. As I said, gave you the opportunity to move. EJ55 WUA. Okay, next vehicle, that's a Ford. So next vehicle is a Nissan, and it's a very nice VO69 19 plate HGK. And look at her over there. Look, still, even now, too stubborn, pig-headed, just to say, okay, we made a mistake. We'll move them over. I'll be happy and I'll leave. Instead of that, you want to go through all this palaver. You foolish person. So this one will be reported. It's a Nissan. It's VO69 HGK registration plate. Next one, Scenic. It's a KR64. So not one of the high flyers. Revoked. Right. Vehicle registration number KR64 LWH has been given this parking permit. Basildon Council. Basildon Council. I beg your pardon. If you've got something to say, come and say it outside, or why not just move the vehicles? Why can't you do that? Hey? Well, okay, I'm glad you asked, sir. I'm glad you got the intelligence to ask, and you're not too pig-headed and stubborn that you can't have any education at all or be reasonable about the situation. The cars are parked on the pathway. It does not allow people in a wheelchair or a double buggy to come past, and it is in contrary to the Road Traffic Act of 2004/1984. All I'm asking to do is to move them over, just like the cars down there and the cars round the corner. That's it. Could have been done in 2 minutes. Instead, I've got this idiot woman. She's got absolutely no idea. She's your problem. This woman's your problem. And Ken hasn't even brought Barbie along. So we'll continue. This blue badge is getting revoked, for starters. So it's from St Luke's Hospital. It's St Luke. I don't want to get you in trouble. St Luke's Hospice, I assume, is inside this building. Now, Basildon Council, you have given this St Luke's Hospice parking permit number 295. Is that 295? No, 205. And that must be displayed on the windscreen. It is. And you've also given this vehicle a parking permit, which is not fully displayed. But in any event, it doesn't mean anything because, look, Basildon Council, at the sort of people that you are giving out blue badges to, think about the disabled people, Basildon Council, when we get this revoked, when we get this blue badge revoked. So that is going to be KR64 LW8. Next one, any personal details we can find. Very flash sheets in there, very flash sheets. It's nice, isn't it? I like it. I like the vehicle. I just don't like the driver or their attitude. It's so utterly pointless. So that will be another one reported and £80 fine will be issued. So next one, let's move on to the next one. It's X349. Where's the focus? Wait, I'm reading the place. An easy sort of look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20. I mean, goodness me. Every single one of these you could issue like a ticket to, couldn't you? Think of the promotion. Think of the promotion you're going to get. Absolutely appalling. Astra House have shamed themselves. The staff of Astra House have absolutely ashamed of themselves. But they're not. They're not contrite. The only one who talks any sense is the clock.
Well, you should write a book. Just get lots of photographs and you'll find the way that your mind triggers
Did you
off.
find it quite cathartic?
What's that?